Florida Republicans are making a strong push to not only retain seats at the state level, but gain sway in Washington. A bevy of Republican-led legislation was signed into Florida law in recent weeks, and the Democratic Party finds itself clawing to stay in contention. In-depth reporter Mason Morrow spoke with local Democratic leadership about their plan for November.
One after another, the hits keep on coming for Florida Democrats.
During the Trump administration, it was waking up every day to a new horror, every hour to a new tweet. And it's starting to feel like that once again. It's like deja vu.
4 Republican forward bills were signed by Florida Governor Ron DeSantis in just a month's time. On March 28th, DeSantis signed the Parental Rights and Education Law, or better known as the Don't Say Gay bill, which prohibits educators from addressing gender or sexuality in elementary schools. 2 weeks later, the governor issued a controversial 15-week abortion ban with no exemptions for victims of rape, incest, or human trafficking. And on April 22nd, DeSantis put pen to paper on 2 more bills, one in which he redrew Florida's congressional voting districts himself, the other outlawing critical race theory in education, titled the Stop Woke Act.
The Florida Democratic Party is just having so much trouble trying to kind of run from each issue to each issue. And we don't have a lot of cohesion. It's making it very, very easy, I think, to kind of splinter us apart.
Sam Ronan, a political consultant for progressive candidates in Florida, says Florida's Republican Party is dancing circles around its Democratic counterpart.
Keeping enthusiasm is going to be a challenge because, let's face it, Republicans have controlled the state for, 2 decades.
And the gap only appears to be widening. The latest Florida voter registration numbers as of March 31st reveal a margin of almost 112,000 voters in favor of Republicans, a split that's grown by 43,000 voters since 2021. In Tampa Bay, a voting stronghold for Democrats, the party has lost thousands of registered voters in Hillsborough and Pinellas counties since the start of 2022.
If things keep on going the way they're going, I don't think we have a chance.
A bleak but honest outlook from Ronan, who senses Democratic foot soldiers are losing motivation to stay in the fight in the run-up to November's midterm election.
But the people actually doing the muscle work of the Democratic Party of Florida, it's really hard to keep just doing that. It's hard to just keep doing that.
We hear that a lot. I've said that a lot. I've said, why the heck am I not moving to New York? Like, what am I down here fighting for when I can go up to New York and walk around in a free street, and say gay?
A fleeting thought for political activist Trevor James, who's contemplated fleeing the state of Florida at a time when more people than ever are moving here.
When you take away rights from women, you take away rights from LGBTQ plus folks, take away rights from Black and brown folks, you're ultimately going to create an environment where they just can't sustain life and they leave.
But when it comes down to it, James says he's digging in his heels, and he's calling on fellow Democratic voters to do the very same. In his eyes, the onslaught of Republican-led legislation is galvanizing a downtrodden Democratic community, one ready to stay in the foxhole and fight for the change they want to see in Florida.
It is not easy work, but it comes down to being an educated voter at the polls and also holding your friends and loved ones accountable and getting them to the polls as well, whatever it takes.
I'm in-depth reporter Mason Morrow, ABC Action News.